I just hit 1 million views in 1 month. All organic, no ads, no tricks. Here's exactly how I did it. So lately everything has been going crazy for me. If you go into my Typebeat channel here, you can see within the last 48 hours I had around 91,500 views. And if you look at the month in total, you can see I got almost 1 million views. And this is my record without any doubt. And you can also see it if you look at the graph. If you see it on the past month here, you can see that it was way lower than usual. So I don't want to waste any of your time. Let's talk about how exactly I did it. Yeah, if you look at the all-time graph around my channel, you can see here that for a long time I really struggled getting any views. Without lying, I can say that around this time here I was actually thinking about quitting uploading beats because I didn't see the growth that I really wanted. But instead of quitting, I was like, okay, let me try different stuff. Instead of just sticking to the same artist, let me try to combine it with something different. And that's exactly what I did. I also talked about this in my past videos. You can see this growth here. It started when I started combining artists like Honcho with Blow, and after that I started with Fat Mac. So yeah, instead of quitting, I decided I was like, fuck it, let me just try some different stuff. And that was exactly actually what gave me this growth. So the best decision I made for my channel was starting to combining artists. Instead of just keep going with the same artist, I started to experience a bit. The thing I did to get the best results was combining Fat Mac with different artists. So if you take a look at my channel right now and you look at the numbers right here, this one I just uploaded 17 hours ago and it's already almost at 4,000 views. And also this 4 days ago is almost at 73,000. And especially I have one in mind, this one here. You can see it have 273,000 views and it's actually uploaded a month ago, which is crazy. And if you look at this, you can see that the videos have something in common, and that's that I'm combining artists. So like in this example, I experimented with the Nino Paid X Fat Mac, and also in the newest one here, I tried to combine YFG Fatso with Fat Mac, and also this one from yesterday. So they all have pretty much in common that they're combined. Some of the videos, I just let them be like the artists for themselves, and the reason that I do this is because I don't want to make YouTube view my channel as spammy. So that's why I switch things up from now and then so everything doesn't look the same. Another thing I did is I started to experimenting with different sounds, and obviously, as I mentioned before, I was at a place before the channel blew up where I was doubting myself, so I was just like, let me try something different. I believe, and I also mentioned this in my earlier videos, that you should stick to what works for you. But if you see that your curve is flatlining or the views drops for 1 to 2 months or something like that, then it's time to try something new. I've been making a lot of piano beats, so I tried to switch it up a bit and make something with guitar, something with sample sounds, not like from original songs, because I'm not a producer that samples directly from songs because of copyrights. We can make an entire video about that. But I tried to experiment with different sounds, and that really was a big factor to why my channel started to getting traction again. So if you're at a place right now and you don't really see that nothing is going up, try to experiment with different sounds. Of course, it's still in the same kind of niche, so just don't drop your sound totally and switch to a totally different genre. But within the same genre, you can try to switch it up. So when you're testing new ideas, there's specifically 2 things that are very important. And the first thing is the average view duration, how long time the viewer watch your video. And the second part, in my opinion, that is most important, is the click-through rate. And of course, the engagement is also very important, like if people comment on your videos and if they like it. If you look at this beat here, the one I talked about earlier, that got me a lot of views within the last month, what you can see about this beat is that it's actually not that long. It's only 1 minute and 52 seconds. So the average view duration is 1 minute and 1 second. That gives the average view percentage of 54.7%. So that's very high for a type beat, and that's why it got so successful. And it still managed to get a lot of click-through rate. A high click-through rate is on 15.5. And if you look into the comments, there is a lot of comments on this video, and that's what's boosting the video. And also if you go to the likes, you can see it has 8,649 likes and 20 dislikes. So you can see there's a lot of engagement, a lot of likes, a lot of comments, 135 comments, high view duration and high click-through rate, and that's what makes your videos blow up. So when you try out new things like this and you see that it works, then it's time to double down on what you're already doing. Like I also made, like the Nino Paid X-Fat-Mac, I also made other videos about the same use. So what you need to do when you see that something is working like this is you need to double down on it. In the same time, you still want to try something new, at least in my opinion. Some producers just stick to the same. What I see after some time is that the views drops again. So that's why I also combine with other artists. That's what keeping your channel interesting, because also your audience can see that you try different stuff and it all is not the same and everything, and then they come back to you and watch your videos. And I also have to say this because I talk about this in all my videos, so I will do it short, but the most important thing of all is your mental health. So if you don't feel good mentally, then your consistency will drop and you will not even give a good product to your audience. So please remember your mental health. So that is how I got 1 million views in 1 month. All I do is testing, see what works. If it works, double down on it, and then you will see your channel will blow up very soon. Thank you for watching my video and see you next time.